This is to certify that Movie Chats has been classified for live streaming.
Hello.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for another Movie Chats weekly live stream. I'm Steve, and this is Little Steve. If you don't know us, we're just a couple of movie fans that just like to talk about movies with all you people. Now, if you are watching us via our Facebook stream on the Movie Chats and Film Geeks page, please do feel free to move over to YouTube and catch us on the live stream over there. But you join into a lot that's going on in the side chatting and stuff like that. You'll probably get more involved as well. Stevie, how's your week been, sir? Has it been good?
Yeah, it's been all right. I've been busy at work, mate. So first day off tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm absolutely shattered. I think I'm full of a cold, so that doesn't help. No. Other than that, I'm good, mate. How about you?
Yeah, just been busy. This week's just been manic.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we'll get through it. We'll soldier on as we always do.
We're hardcore, mate. Hardcore. Hey, Rich.
Good evening, Rich. We caught up on you. I only caught a little bit of your live the other day, mate, but I watched a lot of it. It was some good stuff there.
Yeah, I jumped in as well.
You were talking about. So we've got 5 people watching. So please do say hello in the chat. This week is our first of our featured actors. We've got no more Wheel of Year reviews. We've got the featured actor.
Yeah.
And there's been quite a bit going on with Warner Brothers this week, and we'll talk about that later when we go into movie news.
Cool.
Good evening, Peter. Thank you for joining us, mate. So, shall we jump straight into homework?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's jump into the homework. Okay, so the homework this week was 1971's Get Carter, starring Michael Caine. Now, this seems to be like a very early British gangstery type or attempt of a gangster movie. And
was it your first time watching it?
It is my first time watching it. I've never seen it before, and I've never seen the remake either.
No.
I haven't seen the remake, so it's a very typical Michael Caine movie. He seems to play or the mannerism the same character in every film he does. So early Michael Caine, anyway.
Yeah.
The story is that he's based down in London. He works for one set of gangsters, and his brother dies up in, is it Newcastle way?
Newcastle, yeah.
Newcastle, yeah. So his brother dies up in Newcastle. So he goes from London to Newcastle to investigate and get to the bottom of his brother's death because it smells a bit fishy.
Well, the police had said that it was a drink driving accident, wasn't it?
Yeah, and
no, he weren't buying that.
Yeah, there was a few things that played into what he was told that said this sounds a bit fishy. That's calm, right?
Yeah.
He was warned off against going, and he went anyway.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a hard watch for me.
Yeah. So what I found was like the first 45 minutes. I was struggling to sort of keep up with the movie because it didn't really explain a lot. It was sort of like meeting random people that had no backstory at that point.
Yeah.
And then like when he goes in to meet that big gangster guy, I say goes in, he runs into the house, and he's playing cards. He's playing cards, so he runs into the house. The guards can't keep up with him, and the guy says, "Yeah, sit down," and he just sits there, and then he says something to comment about I'll go when you've lost all your money, and then this guy loses his bet, and then he just gets up and cheers, I'll catch you later, and sods off. There's no real explanation as to what the hell he was doing there in the first place.
It was sort of a I'm here moment, but they knew he was here because
yeah, exactly. But like, he ran into the house. All of a sudden, the guy's like, "Yeah, sit down, mate. Sit down, chill out. Do you want a drink?"
Yeah, we know who you are from when you lived up here. So it's just like it
Yeah.
was a bit. It was a bit strange for me because all those interactions he was having when he met Eric and when he met Albert and when he met the restaurant owner, Big B or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
They were all very strange interactions at first, even with
Yeah.
Doreen, the daughter, the niece.
Yeah, I didn't figure that out until later on in the movie, who the hell she was. But the thing is that it's like 2 hours long. But I would say for the first 45 minutes to an hour, you're not 100% sure what's going on.
No.
And then, all right, the thing is that this thing is an 18, but the death scenes are terrible.
There's no bad language, and there's a couple of boobs that get shown on the odd occasion, but nothing.
I mean, you've got that girl on the phone, haven't you, for a start?
Yeah, nothing out the ordinary nowadays.
But it's like when the deaths happen, mate. I mean, the guy's walking around with a big shotgun, and apart from like when he's on that boat and they're shooting at each other,
he never shoots the shotgun.
No, that's true. That's true.
The last kill, he hits him over the head with the shotgun, doesn't he? He beats him.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, blow his brains out, innit?
Yeah.
But he seems like a very soft version of a gangster movie, really.
And even when the girl, sorry, ladies and gents, if you are like me and you have never seen this is why the ticker tape at the bottom says this spoilers here. Even when he locks the girl in the boot and she gets pushed over the harbour.
Yeah. I was trying to think of that name earlier. What it was a harbour, wasn't it?
Yeah. There's no emotion. He doesn't say anything. He just, okay. And then
your car needs to clean, and then just pushes it in the harbour, and he's just looking like that. Yep.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, there's enough one.
But Steve needs to upgrade his internet, by the way, people.
Am I breaking up? Am I?
Oh, he was a little bit then. Don't move.
All right. Okay.
we won't be able to tell.
So, yeah, even at the end of it, where he gets his last death and he's laughing, right? He gets his last kill and he's laughing and he's walking back down the hill. I know he was warned not to go, but who was the sniper?
Not a clue. Not a clue. You don't find out. It's just a guy that's got a bloody ring cut with a J on it, isn't it? But this is. I don't know, because I know it's like a cult classic, but I mean it's Michael Caine film. You know what you get with a Michael Caine film, but
cult classics to me would be your Starship Troopers, your cliffhangers, and things like that didn't do particularly well.
Yeah.
Are ultimately good films. This was an hour and 51 minutes, and I'm thinking, what have I watched? How I'm still. This has all come about because someone took advantage of his daughter, of his niece. And never found out. That's all I can think of. It was all.
Well, it's like how he finds out the situation with his niece. It's like randomly just puts on a video.
Well, she going to show him the video.
What?
She didn't know that was his niece. She didn't know she was related, so she had no intention of showing him that video.
No. But the thing is that I watched a few reviews afterwards, because I know it's not my favourite movie, because I'm sat there looking at the clock and thinking how long's left on this. But I watched a few reviews afterwards, and they're hailing it as like one of the first proper gangster movies. And it's like, I don't know, would I have enjoyed it back in the day? I mean, you're looking at it, what is it? Is it 70s? 71?
Let's put this, it's no Harry Brown.
No, God, no.
Right?
No.
So when you see reviews of people saying it's his best gangster performance since Get Carter.
Yeah.
And you're like, right, so Get Carter was 40 years before Harry Brown.
Yeah.
And I just don't see what the fascination is with Get Carter. I'm glad I watched it. I'm glad I can tick it off my list.
Yeah, true. But same.
it's not one that I'm going to be rushing back to go and watch.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
So,
Carter.
if you've watched Get Carter this week, ladies and gents, please feel free to leave your comments in there and tell me and Steve if we're wrong or not. Like I say, it's just our view.
It's very rare that we both have the same opinion, to be fair. I will mark this day down.
Yeah.
But it was. I mean, I just felt a little bit disappointed with it. But then when I was watching the kill scenes, and I'm like, this should be like a 12. In fact, in this day and age, they might get away with it being a bloody PG. The only part that makes it an 18 really is probably the sort of, I want to say sex scenes, but the sort of nudity and stuff like that, because the death scenes were laughable.
Even the nudity though for the 70s films, that's probably.
But the guy that gets killed in the book is like, he pretends to stab him at the side of him twice, and then all of a sudden he opens his coat and he's got this red mark, and then he dies really quickly from that as well. I didn't bleed out or anything. He just went dead, and that was it.
Yeah, you've stabbed me in the fat cells.
Yeah. And there's no way he'd die that quickly.
No, and then you've got Margaret, who he injects.
Yeah.
That's probably the most brutal kill.
Yeah.
Because he's up close and personal to that one, isn't he? And that's the, you can actually see the terror in her face then. Paul,
the thing is, for that third act, it picks up, and it's a lot better movie for the third act.
Yeah.
You know,
Paul getting shot on the ferry. That was a bit. No, don't shoot me. Oh no.
Oh god, yeah. He's like that. Oh no.
It was like a Monty Python death, wasn't it? It was like, oh.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was literally that. You sort of look at it going.
And then when Johnny Cage goes to Mortal Kombat, this is the bit where you fall down now, and he goes, okay.
Yeah, that's exactly it. He's sort of stood there, it's like he's waiting for his cue, isn't he? And then he goes, oh no.
Michael Caine's like, go.
So I tell her that, yeah, he does shoot someone because he shoots him, doesn't he?
But he doesn't shoot him with the shotgun though. He's got a little pistol or a little gun or something.
Yeah. I think, did he get that off somebody else or something? I can't remember now. But like, I was sat there going, I hope this finishes in a minute because this isn't great.
Believe it or not, babe, it's a British gangster film from 1971.
Yeah, exactly. Peter said the same thing. He watched it a couple of years ago and it went on a bit, so I wasn't going to watch it again. Yeah, I don't. Do you know, sometimes I'll watch a few previews and stuff, I'll watch a few reviews and stuff, and it's sort of think, shall I give it another go and just see if I'm missing something? You know, but with that, I know what I'm getting. It's pretty lame, to be fair.
I was reading up on the Meg too today.
Oh, right, yeah.
And they were telling us all about how Lee Bing's not coming back, but they've replaced her with another actress, etc.
Yeah.
But that was saying the same thing. The Meg didn't really go down too well when it was first released, and now it's classed as a much watched.
It's a brilliant movie.
And now I've watched it a couple of times since then, and it has changed my opinion of the Meg.
Yeah.
I don't think I can watch this movie 3 or 4 times and it will change my opinion on it.
No, I don't think it would.
I don't think there's anything there that will actually grip me to say, let's go back and give it another go.
Yeah. I mean, the only time that would really happen is if we started looking at certain directors and it was like, you know, reviewing their movies or something, and that was probably their first one, or you know, is there movies that are similar? But
no doubt
that thing's going to sit on my shelf now. That's it.
No doubt it'll come up again in Michael Caine week.
Yeah.
But it's not one I'm going to say, all right, it's Michael Caine. I'll reach for like Zulu or Harry Brown or the Italian Job.
You've got Harry Brown, you've got Alfie, you've got Italian Job. You know, those sort of movies I really enjoy.
You know, I'll reach for them every day of the week. But this one, considering this is supposed to be one of his best pieces of work, I just don't see it.
No, mate. I'm not buying that.
Lana's put their lives too short for shit movies. Yeah.
Do you ever? I mean, there's I think he's on the radio. Well, he reviews movies. What's he called?
Jonathan Ross?
No, Mark Commode.
All right, okay.
It looks like he's straight out of the Smiths or something.
All right, okay.
But he does a lot of reviews of these sort of movies, and he was going on about how it was a masterpiece, and I'm like, don't think so.
No.
Really don't think so.
So there you go, ladies and gents. It has only took us 50 weeks of doing this show for Steve and I to agree on a movie.
I mean, saying that, it's an amazing movie. You know, I'd watch it again anytime.
Right, and on that bullshit bombshell. This is our first week of our new segment, which is featured actors. Now, last week we ran the wheel and it landed on Harrison Ford. Now, Harrison Ford is an actor that's been credited with, he's been credited with 78 movies. He's done more, but this is what he's been credited for. So he's had a part more than 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
He was born in 1942 on the 13th of July. So he was born the week before me, and he's actually 80.
Wow.
Now. Okay, so he's 80 years of age. So when you see him bouncing around as Indiana Jones next year, then please think of him. He's actually going to be.
Remember, he's 80 years old.
He's 80 years old.
Jesus.
Worldwide, his films have grossed over $9.5 billion, which makes him the 7th highest grossing actor of all time.
No, really? Wow.
The 7th highest grossing actor of all time. Now, I'm not going to tell you who the first highest grossing actor is because they're actually on the wheel, and that will ruin it for when they come through on the wheel.
Yes.
His movies consist of his top highest 5 grossing movies consist of number 1 is Star Wars: The Force Awakens. That took just over $2 billion worldwide. Indiana Jones: The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was his second highest grossing film at $787 million. Star Wars: A New Hope was number 3. That grossed in $775 million. So for a movie in the late 70s, that's probably quite a big take in there.
Yeah.
Number 4 was Star Wars: Return of the Jedi at $573 million, and number 5 was Star Wars: Empire Strikes Back at $356 million. His top 10 movies got an average gross worldwide of $475 million per film.
Wow.
So it's not like he's in any small blockbusters or small movies. He's in big cinema releases. His 10th highest grossing film was Air Force One at just over $300 million. Now, I love Air Force One. I think that's a great little film.
Yeah.
But that sort of sets the tone and the level there. So,
yeah.
What's your top 5 Harrison Ford movies, Steve? Which ones jump out at you when you were looking at this?
Well, I mean, to be fair, there's not a lot of them that I like, so it was quite a difficult one. This I've gone with Star Wars: A New Hope. Obviously, no order this particular thing, but I would have put in probably 1. I have sort of clubbed a few together, so I've gone with the first 3 Indiana Jones because that I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
The Fugitive, which is one of the first 12s, I think it was I went to see, which was really good. I watched that recently again, to be fair. Air Force One and Clear and Present Danger. So that's my top 5.
Well, I went with K-19, the Widowmaker, about the submarines and chasing the submarines down.
Yeah.
Obviously, Blade Runner's got to be in anyone's Harrison Ford top 5.
Yeah.
The Fugitive. And obviously, Tommy Lee Jones is brilliant in that as well. And I love how the fact that they made the sequel to The Fugitive of U.S. Marshals. I thought that was, again, when we come to do Tommy Lee Jones, they're going to be two big movies for me.
Yeah.
What Lies Beneath, I just think he's great in What Lies Beneath. And I've gone with the other one of the Jack Ryan series here in my top 5. I've gone with Patriot Games.
Ah, yes, yeah.
Now, don't forget Harrison Ford's the only actor to, or was the only actor to play Jack Ryan twice.
I think
We've
so,
had
yeah.
several Jack Ryan films now, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
Mentions that I've got to go with Ender's Game. I love him in Ender's Game. Then again, I just love Ender's Game as a film. It's a shame we never got the other books to complete the film franchise.
Yeah.
I've classed Star Wars as one big saga,
Yeah.
because like you say, if you were doing the top 5, then you've got those 3-4 movies that he was in Star Wars that will be in your top.
It wouldn't take me long to do that, yeah.
No. Air Force One, The Devil's Own with Brad Pitt. That's where Brad Pitt goes over to buy weapons and stuff for the IRA.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've got to mention Clear and Present Danger.
Yeah.
Now you might have thought, you know what, Steve, you've missed Indiana Jones out there, but apart from the first one, maybe the second one, the rest of them, in my opinion, shouldn't have been made. I think that's a prime example of where we took a film franchise too far.
Well, the fourth one, I'll totally agree with you on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I've gone with, see, this is the thing. So the ones that I didn't enjoy as much was I've gone with 6 Days, 7 Nights. Indiana
Is this
Jones
your mentions, or are these your worst ones?
These are my worst ones.
Wow, okay.
I've got Indiana Jones 4.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars The Force Awakens, just because of what happened in that. I enjoy the film, but didn't like that part. This might shock you. I've gone with Blade Runner because I don't get on with that movie at all. And I've actually gone with Ender's Game as well because I didn't particularly, although the concept of the film was good, I didn't really particularly enjoy his part in it.
If you read the books for Ender's Game, or
which I don't,
even if you listen to the audio books that you can get quite freely now. We're not sponsored by Audible, by the way.
There is others available.
There is others available, and I wish one of you will come and sponsor the show. If you listen to the audio books, and you'll see how the characters develop throughout the series. Now, I do like Harrison Ford in Ender's Game. I think he plays quite a good part. But that was just a shame we didn't get him in the rest of the series. My worst film, and I did message you to say come up with your worst ones, because we always, Lana always says to me, why do you always talk about the best? Why don't you just talk about the shite ones as well? So my worst film is 6 Days, 7 Nights.
Yeah.
I could quite happily wipe that off the face of the earth and just kind of not worry about that film. He must have been struggling for money in between.
He did a Nicolas Cage.
He did the Nicolas Cage, didn't he? Oh, that sounds like a good script. Did you read it? No. But yeah, I think the acting in that is wooden. I think it felt forced, and yeah, it's not a film. Have I missed Patriot Games? No, I mentioned it in my top 5, and Steve mentioned it in his mentions, I think.
No, I didn't. I mentioned Clear and Present Danger in my top 5.
Danger, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I could quite happily wipe 6 Days, 7 Nights off the planet and delete every version of Blu-ray or DVD.
Burn every version.
Burn every version of it.
I mean, the thing is that, like you say, he's done an absolute shed load of movies.
Yeah.
And when I was looking at the list, and I was thinking, there's a lot of them I haven't seen. I mean, I have. There's a lot of them I haven't seen, so I can't really give a full judgment on it. But from what I've seen, that's where I'm at with them.
I think that's one thing I've learned about this week, where we've done Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
If we picked an actor I hardly knew,
yeah,
because we've got that Robert Guyon or whatever his name is on the wheel, Geiger. I'm going to have to sit down and watch spend a week watching quite a lot of their films. I am.
Yeah, I
I'm going to have to do it. I think we felt lucky with the first one being Harrison Ford. I think the only other way that they could have got any better if it was Samuel L. Jackson. To be honest, because he's when we were looking, he's got 198 credited films.
Bloody hell!
So there's going to be shit tons on there that I haven't seen, but there's going to be shit tons on there that I'm going to remember that I have watched and I need to go back and watch again. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to have to put a lot more physical research into these actors than I was with the years, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. I'm just looking forward to getting deep in and done. Yeah, right. So, Harrison Ford. What's the chat's favorite movies or worst movie that they've seen Harrison Ford in?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Come on, guys. So, now's your chance to get your opinions across, and you tell us. Because I'm always interested in your point of views and your comments. Which film, Steve, would you like to see him? Do you know that we're commenting on all these sequels coming out like 30, 40 years after and 20 years after the original? Which one would you like to see a sequel to?
I don't know, to be honest with you, buddy. I'm not. I don't know. Let me 1 second. There's no way. Sure. Of on my list, I've been ticking off some of my list of movies that I've had on a list for a while. But one of them, when I looked, it said The Fugitive, and I'm sure I've got The Fugitive. I just don't think I've took it off my list. I don't know.
Right. Neil's in.
Hey, Neil.
Now, I did catch him on Video Tasties live the other day, and it was nice actually to see your face, Neil. He's saying Harrison Ford's got two standout roles, which are Indiana Jones and Han Solo.
I mean, that's what he's going to be remembered for, 100%, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, do you know what? When I was reading through his list in 1982, he was Elliot's principal in E.T., but it was a deleted scene.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I have got some interesting facts for you.
Oh.
Do you know that he's a pilot? He's got his pilot's license.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Do you know how many plane crashes he's been in since getting his license?
Oh, it's not a load, is it?
He's been into 2 plane accidents, 2 plane crashes. Now, he's actually crashed. I can't speak tonight, guys. Sorry, I'm going to blame that on my Wi-Fi signal and say it jumped. He's actually crashed a World War II fighter. And the other year, he was flying into California airport.
Yeah.
He accidentally flew over the top of a passenger jumbo jet
Like you
to
do.
land on the taxiway instead of landing on the runway that he was assigned to land on.
Again, like you do.
And
it's easily done.
And he's still got his pilot's license at 80. 80. Now, I was surprised he was 80 until I saw his birthday when I was doing the research.
Yeah, it's easily done doing that with your plane, isn't it, really?
Mm. So, yeah, got the taxiway instead of the runway, and he didn't even notice the passenger jet he flew over the top of. So, he must have been thinking he was filming for a new movie.
Bloody hell, that's terrible, that, isn't it?
This is the first time anyone's been pleased to see my face. It's usually the opposite.
Yeah. Bless you.
Right. So what the chat's saying here, 2 standout, Indiana and Hans. Yeah, I think Mark's saying there Indiana 2 and 3, Indiana Jones 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so shall we spin the homework wheel and the actors wheel?
Yeah, go for it.
For next week.
Yeah, go for it. Are we doing it, Steve?
Yeah, 2 seconds. 2 seconds. It's hard being the main man, you know. Are we on?
Yes, we're on.
Okay, so here's the actor's wheel.
Okay. Hey?
For fuck's sake.
Steve, you got a busy week. You got a busy week, mate.
Just been mentioning him. How the fucking hell's that happened? Right, okay. Now, if I remember correctly, didn't someone tell me he was the blonde bloke from Blade Runner? Okay, and here's the homework. Here's the homework movie. Howard the Duck.
Okay. Oh,
there we go, ladies and gents. So we've got Rutger Hauer and Howard the Duck as our homework for next week. Sorry, guys, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I've got my paper sideways, so I have to sort of read it that way. Lana was laughing at the way that I was writing before as well, because I had to write sideways. There you go. There you go, Z. Oh, evening, Z. Thanks for popping in, bud. Z's not seen Howard the Duck in 8 now. It gives you an excuse to watch it while you're in work, doesn't it?
Yep.
You know, where you're sitting in the back of the shop pretending to list.
Mate, we've got some bloody homework to do here.
We have got some homework to do there. Right. Shall we move on to movie news then, matey?
Yeah, go for it.
So this is where I sort of go through what I've been reading this week and bring you all up to speed on the movie news and stuff that I think is quite interesting. If you've got any movie news yourselves, ladies and gents, please put it in the comments. We will discuss it in this particular segment. Just while we've got quite a few people in, we are on week 50, which means in 2 weeks' time, so the week after next, is our channel's 1 year anniversary. So we are looking to having a 1 year's birthday party. So if you are interested in coming on, we will be sending invites out to people that we know what
the
channel, etc. Then please feel free to join us and come and enjoy the celebrations. Now, yes, you are right, ladies and gents. Batgirl gets cancelled by Warner Bros. Now, this is because of the merger, and they are trying to save money. Now, that also probably means bad news for Supergirl as well. And don't forget, The Flash is also a bone of contention with them at the moment because the Ezra Miller stuff. Now, did they replace Ezra Miller and refilm it, or did they just can the thing completely? So, Warner Brothers and the DCEU are up the spout again.
Well, Supergirl's already finished, though, hasn't it?
This is the movie.
The movie.
The Batgirl and Supergirl. So I don't know why Warner Brothers just can't get this right. But they're in trouble financially. But they're cancelling projects. But Batgirl's not cancelled, or the cancellation of Batgirl is not necessarily saving them any money. Now, no, well, yeah, I read that, Z, that they cancelled it because they thought it was going to be bad. But apparently the early screen tests said it was scoring higher than Shazam 2, and that went ahead.
You say screen test, does that, I mean, that's still quite early on in the production, though, isn't it?
That's quite early on, but if it's scoring the same or higher than Shazam, and Shazam got green lit,
Yeah.
then what's that saying about the Shazam movie? Shazam movie's out.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it's just worrying the things coming out of Warner Brothers at the moment. Michael Keaton's got replaced as Batman by Ben Affleck in Aquaman 2 because obviously that was going to sort of come over from the Flash and stuff like that. So that it doesn't look good for the Flash.
No.
But then, like I say, Aquaman 2's got the whole Amber Heard situation going on with it as well, hasn't it? What did he do about Amber Heard? So
I'm so happy if she gets taken out of that movie completely.
Keeping with the DC theme, have you seen the Joker 2 trailer?
No, not yet. Why? Is it a teaser?
The teaser dropped this morning.
Oh, okay.
It's teasing Joker, who we know is played by Joaquin Phoenix, and he's dancing with what we are assuming to be Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn.
Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn.
So should be Harley Quinn, not Harley Quinn. Yep. So it's going to be set in Arkham Asylum. So as you know from your comics and stuff like that, and some of the Batman backstories and games, Harley was his psychiatrist. So that's where they met. So they're going down that route by the looks of it.
That's brilliant.
That looks really, really good. The next one, Prey, which is the fifth movie in the Predator franchise, is getting released tomorrow morning. It's coming out on 7 a.m. tomorrow on Hulu. So I'll be watching it via streaming, probably about 9 o'clock when someone else has watched it and uploaded it. But again, this still bothers me a little bit how it's not getting a cinema release and they're not putting the Predator title to it. For some reason, it just bothers the crap out of me, that. And I don't know why, but it just does. Yeah, it's meant to be good, Z, but, you know, Arnie Schwarzenegger and Danny Glover struggle to kill the Predator with guns and rocket launchers and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
How's a native Indian going to kill him with a bow and arrow? You know, I know Arnie damages him with tree trunks and stuff like that before anyone says anything, but this is set in the 1700s. The premise of it looks really, really good, but, you know, it just bothers me that the studio haven't aligned it with the other part of the franchise. Now, I don't know if that's because they're hoping it's great and they don't want to associate it with like AVP and AVP2 and stuff like that, or is it going to be crap and they don't want to associate it with Predator? I don't know.
Yeah. We'll find out, I suppose.
Now, if I was to say the name Richard Rider to you, would you know who I was talking about?
Not by name, no.
No. So, do you remember a little character in the comics called Nova? Now, we do see Nova Corps in Guardians. From Xandar.
Okay.
Now, the latest San Diego Comic-Con did announce a Nova standalone film. Okay, Richard Rider is the character Nova.
Yeah.
Have you seen Top Gun Maverick yet?
No.
No. Okay. So the actor in Top Gun Maverick that plays Hangman, which is one of the new pilots, Glenn Powell, he's been tipped to play Nova. So if that's going to be the case, then we'll get Nova. We'll also get the return of the Nova Corps because he's going to have to start building it. And he's hopefully going to be shown in Guardians 3.
Okay, yeah.
So bearing in mind, Guardians 3 is going to be the last time that we see the Guardians all together. They're going to get split up from there. So hopefully they're going to launch their Phase 5 out of Guardians 3. And bring in all the new actors there. Two more pieces of news for you. Timothy Chalamet, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. He's going to be Willy Wonka in the prequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Really?
That's coming out next year. I can see how excited you are about all this news, Steve.
I just don't know how I'll sleep tonight. I'll be wired.
So he's gonna be Willy Wonka in the prequel. It's going to be how he gets his taste for chocolate and all the sweets and all his ideas, etc. So he's building up the factory, etc. My last piece of news, and I've left this till last. Now, last week I announced that there was going to be a Drago spin-off from Rocky. Did you see the fallout of that? Were you keeping up to date with all that?
No, mate. No.
So, Sly Stallone wasn't happy with this because he's not been consulted.
Really?
He doesn't own the rights to Rocky anymore, so the producer that owns the rights to that. And he was saying, why are we doing this? Why, you're building a franchise, and he's pretty much saying you're building a franchise to give your kids inheritance money. And he's not happy with the way you're watering down the Rocky legacy.
Yeah.
Point where he practically called Dolph Lundgren a backstabbing little bastard. And then Dolph Lundgren come out and said, actually, to be honest with you, this is very early doors, and I thought you were on board as some sort of producer or actor. No one's told me you didn't know anything about it, but we've not signed any. There's no script, there's no premise, there's no contracts been signed anywhere. We're just talking about it. So we put these two in a boxing ring and let's have a proper Rocky versus Drago punch out if we get the spin-off movies.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the thing is that I think it would be okay to see like the early years of it. I'd probably prefer it in like a Cobra Kai style TV series of Drago, that sort of thing. I don't know if it'd stand up as a movie, because you'd have to have another actor playing it, wouldn't you? You can't have him playing it.
Well, this will be
Tron Legacy. This ain't Tron Legacy.
It'll be Drago and Victor, won't it? So Victor will be the younger actor.
Yeah.
So it'll be your Cobra Kai style-ish. Rocky has a boxing gym and Drago has a boxing gym, and then they have like an All Valley boxing tournament.
It's genius.
And then each movie you bring in other characters. Like the next season, you'll bring in Thunderlips and you'll see Hulk Hogan bouncing through.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Yeah. Come here, meatball. The next movie after that, you'll get Mr. T as Clubber Lang. And you'll start off like that. Tommy Gunn making an appearance again.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
it's like you've written the script.
Yeah, there we go. We've just took the premise of one shit series franchise continuing via T, and we'll just transfer it over to another one.
Yeah. Fucking hell, can you imagine? We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
There you go. You should bring Tommy Gunn and Clubber Lang's sons into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. There we go.
Everybody's kids.
Yeah, we're going to pitch that to Sly Stallone when he comes on the show in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, exactly. We'll say, hey, Sly, what about this?
Yeah, what about this? Come here. We've got a great
I'm surprised
idea.
he hasn't got the rights, though, to be fair.
He must have sold them very early on, mustn't he?
I don't know, because, I mean, he played a big part of, like, director-producers for a lot of them, didn't
he? Yeah. But he must have sold the actual rights to it very early on. So that's the end of my movie news. Now, it is going to be interesting to see what happens with the whole Warner Brothers and DCEU, because if they're going to can it and stop making movies. We don't need any more Wonder Woman movies. We don't need any more whatever. And I don't know if you want to kickstart it off or reboot it or what, with a whole new set of people in. I don't know if that's the best franchise, to be honest.
I just found one of that guy's movies I can watch.
Oh yeah, there you go. Hobo with shotgun.
Yeah, I can watch that now. Got a reason to.
Speaking of hobos, you're blocked.
Oh, here we go again.
Here we go again.
It's lovely to see you.
There we go. Gone. Yeah, so I'm actually looking forward to doing my homework next week. I think we've got quite a bit to do there. Movie news is going to be interesting next week, because, like you say, the fallout of the Comic Con and everything else is still going on.
Yeah.
And more things are dropping as daily on that one. Evening, Kathy. Evening, Sherry.
Hey.
Sherry, I have sent you some photos, and we're actually just in time, because we're actually going to discuss them now.
Hey, Brad. Bloody hell, are you all put together or what?
Mr. Hayden's been having tea with Cherry and Kathy by the looks of it.
It looks that way, doesn't it?
It
Nice
does.
to see you guys.
He's been to the beach again today. Do you know how he tells us how he's all hard working, but
God, yeah. Don't believe it for a second.
He disappears to the beach. Yes, Joanne, I thought it might have been yours. I thought that might have been one of your suggestions. Right, let's move on to pickups. Now, I'm not going to lie, I haven't got much this week. So my two pickups, and you might have heard me talk about these a couple of weeks ago, that we picked these up at the boot sale. Now, I haven't picked up anything this week, but I was talking to Cherry about them last week, and they are little lounge fly. Now, these are Disney themed bags or purses or something like that, and this one's a Stitch card holder. He's got.
You look like it.
Yeah, I'm the same colour.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so he's got his little frog. It's a little card holder. It's got some really nice stitching on the inside that I don't know if you're going to see. Go over all the little frogs and stitching his frogs and stuff. And it carries on into the purse as well there. Now, these cost me $5 each at the boot sale. Now, I know Loungefly are quite expensive when you go to, like, Forbidden Planet and stuff, but I'm unsure, and Lana's not too sure if they were actually real or not. Now, with all the fuss going on about Elvis, there you go. There's Stitch's Elvis.
Ah, yes.
So we've got the little Loungefly tags here on stuff, and we've got the actual Disney tags, Disney Loungefly tags and stuff on them.
Yeah.
But yeah, the cool little stuff, to be fair. And like I say, you get some really good bags. And I know Cherry shared some videos on her channel that the last couple of weeks about her unpacking the bags from Up.
Yeah, I watched that.
And that was Loungefly. So if anyone can tell me if they know anything about these things, that would be great, because we don't know what we're going to do with them. If they are real, obviously we'd like to list them. If they're not real, then we can give them away as Christmas presents or something.
yeah, they're not worth nothing.
Yeah, there you go. We'll throw them in the gift box. If anyone from the family are watching, just hope you don't open one of them. So yeah, if you know anything about these Loungefly things, then please let me know. Drop me a comment or something like that. Find me on Facebook and find Lana on Facebook and let us know, and we can get into the discussion. But they're my pickups. Unfortunately, mate, I've got nothing else this week.
Fair enough. Well, I've got a few bits, so put me on big screen. There we go. Sorry, guys, for those that are late. I've seemed to have come up with a freaking cold tonight, so I'm full of it. So I've got a few newer ones. I've got the Lost City, which I haven't seen yet, but I'm looking forward to that. I've got, for the Disney collection, I've got the Turning Red, which is annoyingly, it's in one of those thin boxes again. I've got the Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying earlier on about I've got a list of. So basically, what happened is I when I started watching people review their movie collections, I'd basically be sat there making a list of things that I wanted, so that I could add them to my list. Anyway, I've got a couple of them off my list this week. So I've got Rain Man.
That's an awesome film.
See, now these four movies were, I think it's called the Entertainment Store on eBay, but ironically they're $7.99 each, but if you buy two, you get £6 off.
The
So,
Entertainment Store, as in the big chain, because the shops in
yes,
like the Trafford Centre and stuff like that. The
I think
Entertainment
so.
Store.
So it says the Entertainment Store,
Yeah.
but
Because I used to get all my 3D footage, the holographic pictures and stuff like that. I used to get that. I'm doing hand gestures with picture frames here, like you guys can see me, and obviously it's
So, but like I say, but I ended up finding four of them, but I had to do two orders because it didn't pick up the £6 off. So I got, like I said, I got Rain Man. I got The Dead Don't Die, which is I quite enjoy. It's an underrated movie with Bill Murray and Adam Driver in. It's just a funny horror, so that's cool. And then these two, I was going to pick these up a while back, but I never got around to it. Yeah, thanks, Kathy. So I got Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day 2.
I was
Now,
going to say
I think they're on Netflix anyway, or at least Amazon, one of the two. But I watched the trailer of it. It's basically like a Groundhog Day in it for a horror movie.
Yeah,
which I thought was quite entertaining. So I picked those two up. But like I say, technically I got them for like two for a tenner. And then I found this in the charity shop in CEX for a £5. Now I'm not particularly bothered too much about the sticker effect, but you can see that's what happens when you stick stickers on it. CEX. But this is the complete Pink Panther collection. But even if I get rid of that box, you've got the movies, which I've had a few times. The Return of the Pink Panther. And this is what I really wanted, which is the cartoon. So this is the complete 124 original Pink Panther cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going in my collection for the stuff that I watched when I was younger. I've also pulled down my Fresh Prince of Bel-Air box sets, Danger Mouse, Biker Mice from Mars. So that's coming along nicely. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I haven't picked up a massive amount because, like I say, I've been in work for the majority of it. Plus, I said a while back that I'd be slimming back a little bit. But yeah, I'm looking forward to them Happy Death Days.
So I watched Ulysses the other week.
Yeah,
and I love that cartoon, and it still holds up. And I've started to watch Jason and Wheel Warriors again because I watched the
what are you watching that on?
On YouTube. On Fbox.
Oh, really?
So I started watching that again because we were talking about this the other week, and Joe from Leicester Toy Shop, that's on Facebook, that does the toy shops on tour.
Yeah.
He picked up 4 of the Wheel Warriors.
No.
He's got 4 of them in his shop, and he wants 80 quid a piece for them. So that's cheap. Because I was doing my own research on the back of that, saying, could I justify 80 quid to buy a car? And a lot of people are selling those for like 140 plus ridiculous postage that are coming from abroad. So the question I've got, and me and you have talked with Chris about collecting childhood stuff and collecting series and stuff on DVD. Yeah. Have you gone back and watched any of these cartoons that you've got
I have a few of them.
I regard? Because I watched Mask the other day.
Yeah.
And I didn't enjoy it. I couldn't get back into Mask, and I loved that as a kid. I loved the cars and stuff, and I'm dreading watching cartoons like Centurions and Samurai Pizza Cat.
That's fun. I keep looking at Centurions and thinking I'll pick that up, But there's another one I found. I don't know if you'll remember it, but there's another one I found on eBay, which I remember having a car for, at least one of the cars, which was one called Pole Position.
Yes, I remember Paul, because it had the theme tune that reminded me of like a Bonnie Tyler track.
Mate, but the thing is, I remember having one of the cars where the wheels, there's wings at the bottom that just come out. I can't find those toys for love nor money, but I just vividly remember this car that had literally wings that came out with the wheels on it.
Yeah,
and it's that Pole Position.
Yeah, because like I say, that had a really good track at the beginning, and I used to think it was like a Bonnie Tyler song or something like that. It wasn't. It was just that style of song. But yeah, I went back to watch Mask the other day, and I couldn't get back into it.
Hey, Santa. Yeah.
There's like I say, I'm dreading watching things like Centurions. Have you tried watching He-Man?
No, not yet.
Again, He-Man's another one. He-Man's a really bad. It's like Thundercats. You don't realize that it's a whole lesson for kids not to do stuff.
Yeah, oh God, yeah.
When you realize that, you're like, I am watching like some sort of entertainment, some sort of like educational bit, and you can't
agenda. Yeah,
you can't enjoy the cartoon, and then you get that little snippet where Skeletor tells you not to do something, or He-Man tells you not to do something at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
And you're like, right, okay, that just explains the whole episode, and it's like Thundercats. Thundercats is just an episode of teaching Lion-O, who's technically a boy in an adult's body at the end of the day, isn't he? He's only 4 or 5 or whatever, and he's growing up how to be a person, how to be an adult. And when you're an adult, it just takes all the shine off the cartoon when you realise that.
You're just trying to ruin my whole childhood for me right now, aren't you, with your political messages?
No, it's when you realise that Lion-O's got a hard-on for Tiara. You know, because that's it. He's an adolescent boy, isn't he? You know. You know, I saw a great thing on Facebook the other day. It's like when you realise that Lion-O's got a big light pen for the cats to follow. You know, and when he shines the Thundercats logo in the sky, and everyone comes running to, and that's what it is. It's a big laser pen. Brilliant. Yeah. But it ruins the illusion of the kids' cartoon. And I'm only doing that now because I'm going back to try and watch these cartoons again.
Yeah.
So when you're watching Thundercats now, all you're going to see is Lion-O's little hard-on and his little...
There's nothing you won't ruin, is there? Oh, God.
Anyway.
You're proper chuckle yourself there, aren't you? Fucker.
Oh, God. Right.
I must admit, we put Thunderbirds on the other week, and she's like, "Oh, I forgot about this." And then we started watching it. I'm like, "This isn't great." I remember it being a lot better than it was.
Yeah, there you go. Neil said he felt the same way. Yeah.
Like Katara, yeah. Can you imagine?
Right, let's go off script. I know we've sort of got off script a lot there, but
we do that most days, most of the time.
Let's see if we get. Right, ladies and gents, the link's in the chat there now, so please come and join us there. You know, we've been talking a lot about comics and cartoons and stuff like that. So if you just want to geek out for a bit, then please come and join us. Z, I know you like a good chat. Mark, I know you guys do as well. So come and join us.
So I watched another one of those documentary things again this week, but it's called on Netflix called "The Most Hated Guy on the Internet," or "The Most Hated Man on the Internet" or something. And it's about this absolute prick of a guy who started a website called "Is Anyone Up?" Or Is Anyone Up? I think it's called. And basically, if you were sort of cheesed off with your ex, and she'd sent you a few nude pictures, you could upload them to the website anonymously, and they'd tag that person's Facebook in it, and then people would absolutely berate these people. Really vile comments, mate. And the thing is that I think it was, I want to say 2010 or something like that. Like, there was no law against him doing it. If you messaged him and was like, "Oh, would you mind taking this down? My daughter's distraught or whatever, it's affecting me or whatever," he'd just fucking ignore him. Like, yeah, whatever, and sort of laughing his head off. And the guy thought himself a bit of a celebrity, but it's bloody shocking. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that the sort of woman that's trying to take him down is this girl's. Well, the thing is though, Cherry, like what got me with that is it seemed like the daughter was doing sod all. Like the mum was like, right, I'm going to get on this, and the husband or the dad was an English lawyer or solicitor that wanted nothing to do with it. But the mum's like, I get the impression she was sort of a stay-at-home mum who had nothing better to do than just to try and figure this guy out. But yeah, it's like 3 parts on it. He was actually a lawyer. Yeah, that's it. This guy was an absolute prick. I mean, like of mega proportion. And he thought he was God's gift to women as well. But yeah, it was a bit of a bizarre one. No, I don't know, Kathy. To be honest, I don't know. I think Leo's probably convinced Lou to get McDonald's or something.
You've convinced Lou to get McDonald's.
I don't know because it's. I'm trying to see what's in there. We got chips and cheese, maybe. Oh, there is a pizza, so I might be getting some of that soon. But yeah, it was one of those I just put on and watched. I've been watching Schitt's Creek again just to chill out too. Lou's had Outnumbered on because we've got all the Outnumbered as well. But I haven't really managed to watch a lot this week. Obviously, we had the final of Love Island, didn't we? So that's now that's all finished and done.
You know what? We were watching Chris, and you know I was laughing at Chris at the start, wasn't I? Saying you're going to finish at 9 o'clock so you can go and watch the Love Island final, and we ignored Facebook and everything else all night. I get in the car at flipping 5:45 in the morning to go to work, and the first thing I turned on was Zoe Ball announcing the Love Island winners, and I'm like, no!
It's fine, Cherry.
Once you find out who's won, you're not interested in after that, are you? You're not bothered about who come 3rd or 4th or whatever.
No, not at all. No, not at all.
I know what it's like now being one of my subscribers when I'm talking about movies and TV shows that I've seen, and then you have.
It's all right. There was only like 8 weeks worth of build up to it, so
yeah. And you ruined it in 5 minutes of turning it on.
Yeah, Neil. It's I was chuffed with the winners, to be honest with you. So who's applying for Big Brother? Yeah, is that coming back? Is it Big Brother?
You know what I'll be interested in now is the reunion on Sunday to see if Ekin-Su and Davide are still together.
Yeah. Well, some of them. I don't think they're all as strong as they say they are they? I think some of them are going to end up breaking up.
Been playing a big game for 8 weeks.
So if I had to sort of rate them, I would say that Andrew and Tasha will be the first ones to break up.
No, I think Gemma and Luca will do.
Do you reckon?
Because Gemma's just not been into it at all the whole show.
Okay, we'll go Gemma and Luca, and then Tasha and Andrew. Then the other two, what are they called?
Demi and
yes.
No, I don't think Paige and Adam are together. Something's happened with Paige. I don't think they were all making a big fuss over Paige.
What's that?
They've all been making a big fuss over Paige, haven't they? So I don't think Paige and Adam are together after leaving the villa.
Oh God, no. Yeah, I mean, I forgot about them because they weren't in the final, so they're not important to me.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm talking about it like I watch it, and it was only on in the background while I was doing other stuff while Lana was.
It seems like you know a lot about it, though.
Yeah.
Like you've really paid attention to it.
Speaking of Lana, I didn't really care about the winner this year. It's getting shit now. ITV need to start Love Island. Yeah, well, they are, aren't they? People over the age of 40 next year, apparently.
30, is it 30 to 40 they're doing this next one?
Yeah.
Be interested. Because people like that, they won't be messing about, will they? They'll be like, right, we're made for love. Don't fuck me about.
Love, yeah. And all those dad bods and father
can you imagine?
All those father figures, not dad bods, we're all father figures now because we're all 40, will be going in. So there'll be none of this, let's go and do a gym session when the new girl comes in. It's, come on, let's go and grab a pint of bitter or something.
What's this, Kathy? Is this the Twilight Zone?
Why? Because we're not talking about Captain America and Miss Marvel or something. We're talking
Love Island.
There isn't anything good on the telly at the moment. I'll tell you what we did watch on BBC iPlayer, though, was Hungry for It. Now, I've not seen many cooking shows with Big Z or Big Zoo or whatever his name is in, but I really enjoyed it. They took 10 wannabe chefs and put them through the paces, and each week they had a cook-off and a knockout and whatever else, and it was quite good. It did make me feel hungry, though. It did make me feel hungry to the point where one of the girls made chili dogs on the show, and I've just been craving chili dogs, and then Lana made chili dogs for tea tonight.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, and I did feel like Sonic the Hedgehog eating chili dogs. It was really, really nice. And they had someone was making cakes, and I just fancied cakes, and the amount of time that I had to get off Just Eat before I ordered waffles or something like that off Just Eat. Yeah, me and food shows don't go down very well.
But, I don't enjoy watching other people eat food. So
no, you don't see them eat them. You just see them cook it. They take one bite of it and go, "Oh yeah, that's very nice." And the rest of it gets wasted.
That's delicious. Hang on a second, I've just spent ages on that. Give it here.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, that's very nice. That, yeah, you're in the bottom two. You've had one bite.
Yeah, you're in the bottom two. Yeah.
But no, that's good. So if you like your food shows, if you like Master Chef and stuff like that, that's not for you. But if you, it is a quite a good series.
So I picked up a couple of DVDs this week. One that's downstairs, which is one called Ready or Not, which is like it looks like a sort of so this guy, I think this guy or the girl, well, it's one of them, goes to meet the family of their future wife or husband, and they have to select a game to play, and it's like it turns out they have to survive, like they have to survive the night or something, and all the family are trying to kill them.
Yes, it was like a murder mystery.
Yes,
like, murder mystery that goes wrong, and they kidnap him or something.
Yeah, I looked at the trailers and it looked pretty good, so I picked that one up. And then just for sort of nostalgia side of it, I found this in CEX, which is the greatest stars of the 90s.
Right. Well, I saw. Funny you mentioned that, and it's got The Rock and Stone Cold on the front. So as I was just skipping through YouTube, I saw the first time Rock and Stone Cold did a promo together on YouTube the other day. That was quite funny because the Rock especially looks so different compared to what he looks like now.
Yeah. See, what's thrown me off a bit is there's a Universal Championship match, Sting versus Bret Hart. So they're obviously amalgamating the
WCW stuff.
WCW as well. Because you've got Shawn Michaels, Yokozuna, Rock, Kevin Nash, Owen Hart, Ric Flair, Mick Foley, Hogan, Triple H, Bret Hart, Mr. McMahon, Eric Bischoff, Paul Heyman, Lex Luger, Sting, Razor Ramon, Undertaker, and Stone Cold.
Well, Paul Heyman will be the start of the ECW days, won't it, in the 90s?
Yeah, it does, and that's it, Neil. it does sound very much like Get Out, and that's why when I watched the trailer, I was like, yeah, I'll give it a go. I mean, it was only like 20p or whatever, 25p.
I tell you a film that's goosed up the same way from what that is. It's a film called Would You Rather. Now it's got Jeremy Combs in it, Jeffrey Combs, sorry, and a few other unknown actors and whatever. But Jeffrey Combs is playing a host of a dinner party, and there's like 12 people around it. And then there was, would you rather put your head in that barrel of water for 5 minutes, or stab him 14 times?
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, okay. Well, the idea is that you go to this dinner party to win money. So obviously, the last person to survive wins money. So you've got to make a choice in the first couple of rounds. Are you trying to be nice to people, or you just try and get out the game alive? Well, that's really screwed up as a film. Would you rather poke his eye out with a cattle prod, or cut your finger off, or something stupid like that? But yeah, would you rather? It's an interesting film.
There's a couple of them. I think it might be a couple of movies that have done the same sort of premise, where but these are like dares. So they dare them. The dares keep going up. So I think what the last one was recently. It was only about 4 or 5 years ago, but it was literally like the modern day version where they've got the phones and stuff, and people they get these dares, and it just gets more and more extreme.
Evening, Carl. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Carl. Movies with what's it called?
Oh, did you see after Carl mentioned last week about Thruster, the GoBots command for the Renegades? Do you know that I've got GoBots command up there for the GoBots? Well, he got the Renegades version, which is the baddies version of the base, and he shared it on Facebook, and I am so jealous.
Yeah, I thought you were getting in contact with him about that one.
I'm so jealous. I'm waiting for him to message me and say, I know you know how much I pay for it, but we could do a deal. But he hasn't yet. The comedy version of that type of movie is Games Night.
Yes, I like Games Night. That's funny, that.
Is that the one I'm thinking of where they did the murder mystery and he got kidnapped?
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Yeah, and pretty much most of the way through it, they think it's all a game, innit?
Yeah. And it's not. It's his brother kidnapping him for money or something, and it's not. It is quite serious or something. Yeah, I did see the pictures, mate. It looked mint condition. It was awesome, especially for the money that you paid for it. Yeah. What else am I looking forward to? Do you know what? I haven't even turned Netflix on this week. I don't know what's coming out on Netflix. The Grey Man looks quite good, which is the Ryan Gosling and
yeah,
quite good, and that's had some really good reviews. At the moment, though, I have been. You made me buy it. I know I did. Stop rubbing it in. The series I've been getting into is the Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. Now, I know Peter, who's not been in the chat this evening, he did recommend it to me a couple of weeks ago, and I've been getting into that. So the first season starts off in black and white.
Yeah.
And then the second season jumps into colour and gets more up to date and stuff as it goes along. It's a really good series. Each series is an hour long. There's 26 episodes in a season, so there's plenty to go at. And there's 4 seasons. So it's like an old style American TV series. There's none of this 6 episodes and then you wait 2 years for the next season to come out while we try and figure out what we're going to do with it. So yeah, I've been getting into that. And like I say, we've been working and going to the gym and then going to sleep. So that's about it. That's been our week this week.
I'll tell you what I meant to mention to you. I might as well do it on a live. I was looking at Mr. Digsy's store the other day. Got a sealed copy of on Blu-ray of Zombievers.
Okay, have you told Chris? He could probably have a sealed copy of Zombievers in his collection somewhere.
Well, no. So I only noticed it the other night. I was like, oh, I must message the lads and tell them. But yeah, Mr. Diggs Deals has got Zombievers. I think it's about £8, something like that.
Yeah, Carl, I think that's probably been the takeout for most people for Miss Marvel. It's like I say, it's going to be interesting how they try and tie it all together and what's been going on, because the end credits to Shang-Chi,
Yeah.
which has sort of been forgotten about with parts of Miss Marvel and stuff like that. It's I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I did find it interesting. I watched the thing where they announced all the movies. I found it interesting that they're literally working on movies like Phase 4, Phase 5 and 6 in it.
Yes.
Like so far in advance. It's like fucking mental.
But like you say, it's one of those things now where they've announced Phase 6, which is going to be another 3-4 years down the line.
Yeah.
Is it something that's going to be worth watching? You know, are they going to tie it all in? Because if they're waiting for halfway through Phase 5 to bring in the big bad, which is what they've announced, isn't it? Really, Kang's not turning up until halfway through Phase 5. Then we've got another 12 months before that happens.
Yep. And then we've got 2 more Avengers movies, haven't we? Would you be interested to see what Avengers they are?
Yes, that's right. Just watch season. Oh yeah, Jack Reacher is absolutely amazing. I love that series. I'm so glad they're doing a second season of it.
Really?
Yeah. It's just brilliant, and I just think the way that Jack's he's just so disregarding of a lot of the things. He just does whatever he wants, and yeah, it's just brilliant. It's so much better than the Tom Cruise version of Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
And I've watched SWAT again. Now, I've watched the first SWAT film, the one with Colin Farrell in it and Samuel L. Jackson. Now, there was another film that they released, there's been a couple of films that they've released for SWAT, and it's got the bloke in from Suits, who plays the big, what's his name now? Fucking hell, I can't think of his name. Not Lewis, the other one.
I don't know what you're bloody on about there. I just remember the movie, that particular movie you mentioned first.
Oh, what's the character's name from Suits? And not Lewis, the other lawyer. Harvey. It's got Harvey in it, and it's not as good. It's another one of these straight to DVD sequels that we could have got away with not watching or not having. And to be honest with you, I couldn't get into the SWAT TV series either. You know,
Rich said Harvey Dent.
Harvey Specter. That's the one. Yeah, I knew it was Harvey. After a while, I got there in the end. But yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to fix me. Like, I'm at the back of the house, as you know, Steve. So when it gets sunny, it gets too bright in here. Then when it goes dull,
yeah, I got it, mate.
Yeah, you know, houses that attract the sun. So Harvey Specter, it's got him in it, and it's like they're trying to bring in a film franchise or something from that, and it just doesn't work for me. Yeah, my wife says her next husband. Is it Gabrielle something? Is it, or something Gabrielle the actor? What's his name? Sorry, guys. I'm going to be rude now and jump on my phone and find out who he is.
Is it bugging you?
It's bugging me now, yeah. Gabriel Matt.
Right, okay.
Yeah, that's him. That's the fella. That's the gooseberry. Yeah. So, are you looking forward to anything this week? Have you seen anything coming up? Ooh.
A days off would be a nice start.
I know what we're going to watch tomorrow. We're watching Super Pets tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
DC Super Pets. So we're going to watch that over pizza night.
Well, I think, like I say, especially with Love Island finishing now, I can get back to watching a few movies. So there's a few that I've got sort of lined up. I just need to figure out what order I'm watching things in.
Well, we've got shit tons of homework to do this week, mate.
Yeah, we have, haven't we?
We have got shit tons.
Hobo with a shotgun. That's what I'll be watching. You know. That guy. That's you cursing us, that is.
I just couldn't believe that. That's like I set that up, and I haven't set that up at all.
Oh, God. That's terrible.
I could say Samuel L. Jackson's name 3 times, and he would have turned up like bloody Candyman.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's someone that we haven't put on the wheel. We haven't put Tony Todd on the wheel. That's something we can do.
Okay. Well, yeah, when you put him on, write it down so you don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
Make a note.
Right. Ladies and gents, so I have mentioned this once or twice this evening. That in 2 weeks' time, so a week after next, is going to be our 1 year anniversary. So we won't be spinning the wheels or anything like that next week. So it'll be a very special Movie Chats extra. So I'll be reaching out to friends of the channel, mostly people that we know, and bring them on. If we're lucky enough, Mr. Hayden might even grace us with his presence, since he was the one that started us on our merry journey a year ago when he told us we weren't good enough to be on his channel and he was spinning us off.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much how that conversation went. So yeah, it'll be interesting. So we'll be reaching out to friends of the channel to get them on. And hopefully we can have a good chat and go through some of the good bits and the bad bits of starting the channel and running the channel. And we might get to see some of the funny bits as well, like the Halloween special for the charity fundraiser and stuff like that. So I'll be delving back through our back catalogue and seeing if we can pick up some of the good bits.
We do like a montage.
Like a montage, yeah.
If me falling off a chair is in that, I swear to God.
Oh God, that was so funny. You falling off your chair, and the first words out your mouth was "Hello."
Rich, you might have to become a member of his channel to get him on now. Yes, he's kind of a big deal now, isn't he?
He is kind of a big deal. Yes.
Speaking of which, we'll be launching our Patreon as of next week.
Yes. So big announcements next week. We are now going fully chargeable. You will get special content from ourselves. Yeah.
I don't know what I couldn't commit to that, mate. I'd be like, no, I can't. I've got time. I've still got to get videos out as it is.
You can't commit now, and it's bloody free.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'd have literally no hope.
Yeah, Lana, if she's in the mood, she'll come on. Yes, we'll have to get
Lana recreate some dance moves.
We'll have to get Lana on, considering she's got the highest viewed video on our channel. And if you were watching Chris's live before, you would have seen it on Chris's channel as well.
Oh God.
Do we get videos 2 hours before they're released? To be honest with you, Cherry, I'd like to see Steve release a video every 2 weeks. Never mind me getting an access 2 hours before.
It's difficult to get a time slot in there with you releasing them all.
I get a notification the same as you guys do when Steve releases something. I go, oh, bloody hell, we've released a video.
Oh, God.
And I only release on a Tuesday now, Steve. I don't release the rest
Oh,
of the week.
is that what it is now? Have you got a specific day? You got a specific day, have you?
Tuesday. Tuesday's our video day because we have our live on a Thursday. So we go, you drop something over the weekend and we've covered it.
Fair enough. I'll bear that in mind.
Yes, please do.
Oh, gosh.
I know I've got big shoulders, but my back is hurting carrying you.
All right. Hey, it is. I picked this up the other day. Proper cool.
Oh, is it some Kenzo, is it?
No, it's some Alexandro Zavati or something. But it's really cool. Like it's all sewn in. Sorry, guys. That's I was quite impressed with that T-shirt.
You're right, Neil. I do.
Oh, there we are.
You're right, Neil. I do. I sort of go, what the hell's going on? Because I've got a video that we've got a thing that just released a video. And then I've got to go in and do all his tags and do all the sharing and everything else because he does.
Yeah, the admin stuff is totally Steve. I don't need to borrow that.
He just doesn't.
I just send him the content.
He doesn't even send me the content. He just puts it live and goes, "Oh, there you go."
He sorts out the strikes, that sort of thing.
Yeah, his last video, we got copyright strike because he wanted to show you a 40-second clip of his flipping business card.
I don't know what the problem is. I actually got that from YouTube in the first sodding place. That's the irony of it. Oh, but we're back.
So he's gone.
Gone already.
Gone. Yeah. So one of these points, one of these days, he's going to realise that there's just no point sharing it, isn't he? But oh well. Yeah. So we got Super Pets this week for pizza night. We're going to watch that. And then, yeah, I'm toying with the idea of watching some of my Blu-rays. Did you watch the Blu-ray video? Are you impressed how quick my collection's grown? Yeah,
it's not too bad. It's a bit small.
I've gone 0 to 72 in a couple of months. That's not bad.
72.
72. Wow. And that's not counting like Star Wars as separate movies.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that.
6. Aliens is 4. Yeah, it is 1 instead of 4, etc. So yeah, I'm at the point now where I'm going to have to watch it and oh shit, sorry, Nem, I've just timed you out by accident.
Why are you doing this?
I went to click on that latest comment and Nem popped up at the same time.
Sorry, Nem, bloody hell.
I just put Nem in timeout. Sorry, mate, and I can't take you back out of that. I don't know how to. Can someone undo Nem's timeout?
I don't know how to. How do we do that? I have up assisted. Oh right, okay, in Derby. That's not a massive amount of distance from me. It's about 40 minutes.
We're up your neck of the woods in September, Stevie.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to it.
Who said we were coming to see you? We're just in your.
No, I'm gonna go and raid your house, mate.
Oh, you're coming up here?
Yeah, I'm gonna use it as a holiday home while you're away. Right, so she's bought me takeaway that I need to go and have insulin to eat, and it just smells like food at the minute.
What she brought you?
Well, I've got his chips and cheese wrap with some. Well, I think he's cheese, fucking garlic bread or something.
So high cholesterol.
Yeah, absolutely.
High calories.
Yeah, she's literally trying to finish me off. Oh, and a can of Coke to measure. Yeah.
It's just like me turning up with a box of wine gums for you, though, wasn't it? Really?
Basically, yeah. It's like, well, if you're not already bloody high on your blood sugar, this should do the trick.
You see, Kathy, your takeaways are generally bad, whichever way that you look at it, isn't it? Your Indians are either too oily, your pizzas are too greasy, your kebabs are just full of grease. They're generally bad anyway. That's why you buy them.
Oh, fancy fucking timing him out. I feel well bad.
No, that's my fault, then, and I apologise. I clicked on the wrong thing. I did a bell, but I didn't stop.
Yeah, but even Bell knows how to bring it back.
Bell just knows not to hit the bloody button. That's, this is what you get, you see, for letting the bloody apron gorilla hands here play with the buttons. Yeah, not round here, Steve. No, I don't know. I might have to come up for a takeaway then, just see how they are.
Oh yeah, so Cherry, Cherry, you've got your trail thing this week, haven't you? I think that's on again this week instead. I'm sure she's going to be up nice and early to get that done.
She has. Kathy was talking about it before on Chris's channel, wasn't she?
Was she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forget the full name of it now. We do. Are you going to be up, Cherry, to help out? Because it is a Sunday morning.
Does she know Sundays exist? I thought she sleeps all day Sunday.
Oh, I hope. Starts at 10 a.m. I may make it. May, yeah.
Do you know what? We might actually get to a boot sale this week.
Really?
Yeah, we've got no plans this weekend, I don't think. Lana's working on Saturday, so I've got a Xbox and video day.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, I think we might actually get to a boot sale, so I might have some good pickups this week.
Oh, that's not bad then, is it?
No, it's not bad at all. I think it's the football club one this week, and that's usually quite good. Yeah, right. So I tell you what, then, ladies, because little Steve's got to go and have his insulin, and then he can go and have his tea. So I
want to eat. It's like literally just teasing me.
We'll call it a day there. Now, if going forward, if you want to put any channel links or whatever in, please feel free to do so for the mods. Bang them in there. If you've got channels on your own regularly, please do give us a shout out as well.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
And try and build our channel. We actually got 6 new subs today. The crowd over at Cookie of the Hayden. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you for those people. Really appreciate it.
I hope we haven't scared you off today.
Yeah.
So yes, please feel free to share your links. Cherry's got a new channel out there that she's promoting. I believe she's got 40 subscribers now with 10 videos, or she did when I checked before.
Wow.
So please feel free to share it. And like I say, please do give us shout outs as well and share the love. Now, if I remember my schedule correctly, I think Did You See That is going live at 9 o'clock this evening. So that's another movie-based channel. And over at Melton Movies 1 is released another 46. There you go. See, you're going up. It's gone up. So Melton Movie 01 is our mate over in the States. Now he's going to come on the show in a couple of weeks when we work out his schedule. So please give him a like as well, like and subscribe. He's trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and he puts out some really good, funny content. So go and give some of his movie reviews a watch as well. Oh, there we go. There's the page.
Yeah.
So on that note, ladies and gents, we're going to love yous and leave yous. Please go and get some food, and we'll catch you on the next video.
Take care, guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.